Hey guys, just up on our roof here in Melbourne. Look at that beautiful sunset. Bloody beautiful. Just going to do a quick video here on something that we get asked about literally every day here at Pitch Black. People hit us up saying that they've got a crazy idea for an app or a product for a startup that they want to start so they can sort of quit their job and focus on building something that they own. And the question we get asked the most is, how do I get investors on board for my idea? I don't really have enough money to fund the whole thing myself. Where do I start? How can I get that first chunk of investment? And most people believe that they have to build their product first and launch before they can get that investment, and that's wrong. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get investment for your app or product idea before you get anywhere near creating a product. And these are based on lessons that we've learnt at Pitch Black by myself and my other business partners. We've raised just under 20 mil Australian now for our own startups that are sort of growing and starting to do good things after failing a lot of them initially, obviously. And we've also helped through Pitch Black, we've helped other entrepreneurs now to raise millions of dollars collectively for their ideas before they've had a product. So it's all based from that. So first sort of tip, if you've got an idea, do not focus on product. Really, for someone to feel comfortable investing in you, they want to see, there's 3 P's actually. There's proof that the idea is viable, that it can actually make money, that people want that idea to exist. So you need proof. You need passion. So you can see right now I'm very passionate about Pitch Black and what we do. So you need to really care about your customer and the problem that you're solving. And then thirdly, you need perception, which is down to you need to be able to show people something. So most people believe that needs to be a product, but I'll talk a little bit later about how you can create fake things that create the perception of your product. For example, a prototype that's actually fake and doesn't work, but can work for demonstrating what your product is and how it will work. So let's talk about that. So don't build your product because you're really underfunded at the start. Most tech companies in Australia will require 150 to 200 grand in their first sort of year to year and a half of running to keep the lights on so that you can get traction and then raise your next round of investment, right? So it's a fair bit of money, and most people don't have 150 to 200K. Now that 150 to 200K isn't to spend on services companies, right? It's, if you're a tech company, you have a tech idea, you really should have your software in-house. So that 150 to 200 is going towards you to pay you a salary so that you can quit your job and actually focus on the idea until it's making money. Secondly, if it's a software idea, you need a coder in-house. So do not go to app development companies. Their fees are way too high. They're incentivized in the wrong way. So if you're a tech company, all great tech companies that are now worth hundreds of millions or billions, they all started the same way, which was with 1 or 2 coders in-house working with you to build your initial product and to get it off the ground. So, and then you need things like marketing and accounting and legal. So when all of those things add up, easily ends up being 150 to 200K to run for a year to year and a half, which is pretty damn good considering the type of that you're trying to create. If you want to open a cafe, then it can cost 500K, 600K for fit out. So a lot of people spend a lot more on businesses that, in my mind, have far less upside than these tech companies that you can sell for a lot of money in the future, right? So do not focus on your product. You need to look at really creating a story that will make people interested in investing in you right in the early days before you have a product, using those 3 P's that I spoke about. So running fake Facebook ads to prove that consumers want it, or if you're targeting businesses with your product, then go and sign up some businesses. Go and actually prove that people want to use this product. Prototyping, like we mentioned before, around that perception. Create a brand, create a strong pre-launch website, create a fake prototype that you can demonstrate to people in, bars and cafes as you're speaking to people who might want to invest. You need something to show them about what is the future, what would your sort of technology product look like in a couple of years once you're up and going. Again, you don't need a real product for that. You can just design and animate it, which takes a fraction of the time and costs to do. So that's really important. So, and this doesn't happen overnight. To do those 3 P's and to prove something up, it can easily, because you're still in your job or running your small business, it's not something that takes a week. We would typically expect it to take anywhere from 3 to 5 months to go through this process of really deeply validating the idea and getting that story together, that investor story that will make people interested in investing. So it doesn't happen overnight, but it doesn't have to. 3 to 5 months invested to really get this right sets you on your way to doing this the correct way and not failing before you start, like I have many times in the past. So focus on those 3 Ps: proof, perception, passion. The passion comes down to, why is it that you are the right person to do this idea? Investors don't just invest in ideas, they invest in people. What is it about you that makes you so special that you should be the person to pursue this idea? So you don't have to be a genius, but as an investor, you want to see that that person has some link to the problem that they're trying to solve with their company, some experience in that industry. So we love when people speak to us and they've had a bunch of experience in a particular industry, they've noticed that something's broken, and then they say they know how to fix it. That's perfect. That shows that you have what we call an unfair advantage to actually solve that problem better than other people. So really important that you have a way of proving that you are the right person to solve this problem and build a big company. So that's really the steps. They're the 3 Ps. It doesn't cost a fortune to do it, which is great. And we've actually created, because we get so many people asking us about this, we've actually created a free webinar that we run regularly around, how to get investment for your idea in Australia, how to get that first sort of 150 to 200 grand. And we'll put the link on here for you so that you can check it out. It's completely free, it goes for probably 45 to 50 minutes. And I go through in a lot more depth than this, not just sort of talking shit on our roof. I go through in a lot more depth and with some visuals that will be really valuable. Out of everyone that attends those webinars, over 90% get right to the end of the 45 to 50 minutes, which is insane actually for a webinar. And we've had incredible feedback, even though this is the first time that we've done webinars before. So people absolutely loving it and getting a lot of value out of it. And it will really clearly show you the steps that are involved and what you need to do to actually take that idea you've had in your head for anywhere from 2 months to 10 years and take those first steps towards creating a story to get investment. So I hope that's been really helpful. Check out that link to come into our next webinar, and I look forward to seeing you on there. Thanks.